Now, the accident policy is a great policy to have, um, and it's going to help you out if you ever see any kind of a doctor for any kind of an accident. Unfortunately, it's not going to help you if you have to go see a doctor because of appendicitis or kidney stones or maybe childbirth or something like that. The accident policy is not going to be beneficial to you for that because, well, it's not an accident. So basically, we have another policy that a lot of folks will get in conjunction with the accident policy, and that's our hospital policy. And what the hospital policy is designed to do is the hospital's policy is designed to pay you if you ever are hospitalized for any reason or if you ever have any kind of an inpatient or outpatient surgery. The way it works is, looking at the front page of this kind of peach colored brochure here, the way it works is if you're hospitalized for a sickness for your first 5 days, and that's in a per policy per year, you get $400 plus 100, so $500 a day for the first 5 days. If it's an injury, you get 600 a day for the first 5 days, and then 100 a day every day after that up to a year. There's money for rehab unit, invasive diagnostics. So if you have to have something scoped, you have to have the colonoscopy or the laryngoscopy, something like that. There's money for that. There's also money for surgery. If you have an inpatient surgery, you get the surgery benefit and the hospitalization benefit. If you have outpatient surgery, you get the surgical benefit and the outpatient room charge benefit. There's also more money for MRIs, CAT scans, EEGs, more money for the ambulance, ground and air, and this one pays you back $50 once a year to get a checkup. So if you look at the two of those together, they would both pay like the other one doesn't exist. So for instance, I have an accident and I wind up being hospitalized and having a surgery. My hospital policy would pay me, my accident policy would pay me. Now, if it was a kidney stone, or if my wife goes in to have a baby, for instance, the hospital policy considers birth or childbirth a sickness. The accident policy is not going to help me, but provided I've had that policy for 10 months in the case of childbirth, we would get $500 a day for the first 5 days that she was in the hospital for the birth, and the birth itself is considered a surgery. Also, if you're looking at the hospital policy from the perspective of kind of a family planning, maternity type thing, let me know because there's some things that we can do to tweak that to specifically work for that type of a situation. Now, looking on your rate sheet, you can see this is one of our age bracketed policies, but at our youngest age bracket, you'd only miss about $6 a week for the hospital policy. The two of those together, you would only miss about $11 a week, and that gives you kind of a nice umbrella of coverage. The the older you are, obviously, the more it pays. The other thing that I'll point out about our age bracketing is if you get this policy and you're about to move from one age bracket to the next, what counts is where you get it. When you move to that next age bracket, it's still going to cost you the exact same thing. Does anybody have any questions about the hospital policy?